get to another review for all of you here at Real In Films. And before anything, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like that, you guys can be up to date with anything and everything movie related. And today we want to thank Angel Studios for always giving us a chance to cover their films. And today we are covering a film that has been released already, Brave the Dark, directed by Damian Harris and starred by Jared Harris and Nicholas Hamilton. Jared Harris, that you guys have seen him before in the hit series on Max, Chernobyl, and as well Nicholas Hamilton, that you have seen him as well in the hit series Gen V. And what are we talking about today? Brave the Dark. So, haunted by his torturous childhood memories, Nate Williams finds himself engulfed in darkness when his drama teacher, Mr. Dean, bails him out of jail and takes him in. Nate must confront his past before it leads to his own destruction. I got to say, this film, and we're talking about the story, and let's start with the story. The story is it's a true story. It's based on a real life story. I really don't know where Angel Studios find these hidden gems, because one of the things that I really love are films or docu movies. If you guys should know this, that's like my go-to. Now, being the fact that this film, one thing that I have to say, I did not know that this film was based on a true story. I sat down and watched the film because I wanted to see, get ready for my radio appearance in Conexión Espiritual Radio. So the thing is that when I finished the film, I just started, at the end of the film, I just was bonkers crying because the film is so beautiful. The story is very beautiful. And not only the fact that the story is very beautiful, I loved the script. There were some moments that I was like, sure, I think that it could have been written a little bit different, but still, the story and the script was very, very nice. It was very crisp. It was very straightforward, and not straightforward in the sense that, oh, yeah, this is a story and that's all. No, the the way that that one of the writers is Damian Harris. The way that these writers went ahead and in the script, they made sure to give love to, like, all of these main characters. And even though we do have some side characters throughout the film that are important, but they add a little bit to Nathan's character, but it's like, it's fine. We know that you are there, but the dialogue between Mr. Dean and Nathan is phenomenal. And the story, how they went ahead and how they condensed so much of this story to work as an almost 2-hour film. And I think that if they would have made the film a little bit much more longer, I think that the film, for myself, this me in my opinion, I think that if they would have added a little bit more of the story, a little bit much more meat inside the story, I think that if the movie would have been 2 hours and 30 minutes, I would have been fine with it. Because again, I was really entertained and I was so into the characters. Not only Mr. Dean, I was into Nathan's character as well. Because the way that they hid throughout the story, the way that they hid the main situation, the darkness that Nathan is going through, was amazing. It was such a shock factor, at least for my experience while watching this film. It was such a shock factor that I couldn't stop crying when I started crying while watching that scene. And I want to give you guys that much details because I want you guys to see the film, because the film is worth it to watch. Now, that is a portion of the story. The characters. You do have a couple of characters that do get lost throughout the film, but that's fine because the characters that you want to be mostly focused on is on Nathan and Mr. Dean. One of the things that I did love about all of these characters is that they made sure that each character had their open and end on this film. But when you were touching bases with Nathan and Mr. Dean, they were open and it did not end until the end of the film. And I know that sounds kind of corny and that sounds like, yeah, yeah, John, that's how a movie, the movie starts as the movie ends. But in the case that I'm saying it is that if they would have decided to make this a show, like instead of making Brave the Dark a film, and they would have made it a show, and if and they would have done the same thing like they did here, I think it could have worked. Obviously, you're gonna put in a little bit much more effort on the characters surrounding Nathan because there are key moments that are like very important, to add in more to Nathan's character. But still, it 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 all worked out. The performances of these actors, Nicholas and Jared, phenomenal performances. Phenomenal. And the fact that you made and the fact that Jared Harris plays a theater teacher is great. I love it when you have films that your character plays like an actor or an up and coming actor or a teacher because it works, it works so magical with it. And in this film, all of the characters inside of this film just worked phenomenal. Their performance added in to each and one of them. And Tina Baxter, that's played by Basin. Nicholas' love interest throughout the film adds such an important depth to Nicholas' character. And then the thing is that, like I said, you these characters open the door to to the main characters, and when they are done, it closes and you continue with these characters, and you do see it in the film, and that's what makes the film such a magical film. And again, like I said, Angel Studios finding these hidden gems, guys, these hidden gems of stories that you think, wow, this actually happened. And I think that that's the magic of Angel Studios. Angel Studios, and this is my opinion. If you guys think that I'm wrong, you guys can comment below in the video. But Angel Studios is doing what Hollywood should do. Start taking risk. And I know that Angel Studios has a lot of like debacle with the pay it forward and in between other things, but the fact that they're taking risk on scripts that probably would have never seen the light of day. They should That's what Hollywood should do. Probably this film might win an award this year. Might not. Nobody knows. But I gotta say, Brave the Dark is such a phenomenal film. It's beautiful. It's well edited. It's well cast. It's well performed. The characters complement each other, and each one of the secondary characters have their end arc, and then you continue with the main ones. And when you get to the end of the main characters, when you get to the end of the film, you 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 feel so vulnerable because you're like, wow, he went through all of this and he still did this. Brave the Dark is such an emotional ride. It's a fabulous film. I fully recommend it. And being the fact that, again, like I mentioned, you have great actors here, especially Jared, Nicholas as well. Um, Jared is an actor that I've seen since I was a teenager or much more younger, because he has a lot of films. Um, he's a phenomenal actor, and I just gotta say, it's a great film, and it's a must watch. So if you guys have a chance, watch Brave the Dark from Angel Studios. Totally, totally worth your time. Nothing, guys. If you guys love this review and my other previous review, we got a couple of other interviews on the way from Sakaiju Con that we covered this great event. And nothing, guys. If you guys don't forget, hey, if you're still not part of the Real In Films family, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Comment below your thoughts about this film or your thoughts on what I mentioned in regards to what Angel Studios is doing that Hollywood is not doing. And nothing, guys. If you guys want to follow me and us, just follow us in all of our social media as Real In Films, especially in Instagram. We post movie news every day, as much as we can, and as well, you guys can follow me. I do content as well in Instagram for the page as well, so you guys can find me as Cinema Dad PR, and you guys can follow my journey as a father and a content creator. Nothing, guys. We will see you all in the next one.